let's take a moment and flip on over to you, do the shilling, antisocialexperience.com, the website. And then we have the Facebook and also the glorious YouTube channel. It is there. Check it out. Follow us, subscribe, like, share. If you do want to be a guest on the show, just contact us, antisocialexp@gmail.com. All the info is in the description of any of those places. That being said, back at it. No mistakes, Tim. Only happy accidents.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was commentating the joke there.
No mistakes. Only happy accidents. I dig it.
The Bob Ross motto.
Can we use that without
I don't think that's like a trademark phrase. Like, let's get ready to rumble.
Can you copyright phrases that
You
you've
can-
said and like if anybody else says it, you can like sue?
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can copyright. I think you can trademark it.
Trademark. Okay, you can trademark it, but at what point, like, you're not getting money out of somebody for using your saying, like, verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Not verbally, like, to create content, but, like, verbally in the open world.
Mm-hmm.
You're not suing anybody for using your saying if they just say it.
No, it's if like you're at an event, you're making money, and you're using their phrase.
No.
Yeah, then they get mad.
So, if I'm at the Super Bowl, I can't. Probably not going to be the best idea to be like, no mistakes, only happy accidents.
I don't think that phrase is trademarked, though.
Right, or something of the
Yeah.
sort that is trademarked. Okay. Give me a moment to share this out. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll share it later. Share it later. I can't do this stuff live. Anyhow, where are we going to go today, man? We've got a couple bubbles that popped up in the world recently.
I think you should update our running gag.
Well, I mean, Matthew Perry. All right, we'll just say it like that. Still alive and well.
What day is it? It's August 25th, 2019.
August 25th, 2019,
All
Matthew
right.
Perry, as of right now, still alive. It was an internet hoax that called him dead in the first place.
Yeah.
And of all people, how are you going to get Matthew Perry?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? How are you going to call Matthew Perry dead?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But anyhow, alive and well, he tweeted something. I think he did a tweet on the day before his birthday, said something, and then on his birthday, I just tweeted like the word 50 or the number 50 for his 50th birthday. The show Friends, it's got like a cult following. A lot of people watch that. Not cult following, but like,
Dude, they just released a Lego set.
that's
You saw
what
that?
I'm talking about.
Yep. Okay.
He was in line to get his own Lego set, like to buy it. He said, I guess he did buy it. He built it, and he built himself, saying that I think he said some shit about he was the most handsome out of the Lego characters, which is just a dumb statement because they all look the same anyhow. Just
Yeah. And it would be Joey anyway, man, right?
right.
Yeah.
But anyhow, and then he's like, I'm Batman, and meaning he dressed up his Lego character as Batman. So, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't have a Lego set. Do you?
Yeah, I have some Lego sets.
No, I mean,
Oh, me personally, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Would you let Lego make a character of you?
Of what? Like a dude sitting in front of a microphone, or like?
or, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Would I want to be a Lego?
Depends, like what I did to like.
I mean, yeah, Lego, give me your money. I will take it right now. But I don't know. Yeah, one instance. Now, yeah, maybe enough money, right circumstances. Two dudes with mics, but I'm gonna say that there's a lot more people out there that have done a lot more in front of microphones than us that are probably get the Lego mic character first. Some sad news. I mean, I guess not really, but how many more Spider-Man movies do you think they could have made, really?
They've done three standalones in the MCU.
I think.
Yeah.
3 standalones in the MCU, and then 5 movies total, 2 in the Avengers.
And he was in Civil War. Yeah.
Okay, so 3
So 3 cameos
and 2 standalones.
and 2. It was 2.
Yeah,
Far
2.
From Home and Homecoming. Okay.
Yeah, 5 movies.
Okay.
Sad news because Disney and Sony could not reach an agreement. As sad as that sounds, I mean, do you see them making that many more movies? Like, really?
I
I mean, yeah, Spider-Man could have a part, maybe another Thor cameo or Thor movie.
Mhm.
I mean, just because Infinity War is over now, you know what I mean? Endgame happened. Is that what it was? Infinity War and Endgame. They
Mhm.
split it up,
Yeah.
and it was that covered what in the comics? Infinity Gauntlet,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, saga. Yeah, that's gone. It's done. I don't know if they would have on to make more movies, but yeah, basically Sony saw the amount of money made, and they're like, nah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't come to any terms with Disney. I think they, which is understandable. If you're involved in something, you own some property, and you
Mhm.
start making money, and you see the potential there, are you really going to want to let some of that money go to another corporation? Hell no.
No.
But do you think Sony has the ability to do what Disney did with the Marvel
No. Like
property?
they can make some more standalone Spider-Man movies if they want, but
Who, Sony?
yeah.
Yeah, but without the rest of the characters,
Mm.
what do they got?
Yeah.
I mean, who does Sony have locked up? They've got
Well,
Spider-Man and
like
the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer.
do they?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Fox had Fantastic Four.
Is it Fox or
Yeah.
Sony? Well,
Yeah.
well, either way, other companies have these characters, and they were actually they could have been in the Infinity
Oh yeah.
story, but it had to be rewritten in a way because they didn't have the rights to these characters. Which,
Mm.
you know what I mean? It's good and bad because I think although we got a similar story, we got a different story, translating from the comics to the. Do you know what I mean? To
Mm.
the movies,
Yeah.
to the MCU, which a lot of stuff changed when they did make the movies. I mean, I don't think any of it followed the game plan laid out in the comics. No movie has it?
There's been so many different like arcs and stuff in the comics.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, Sony definitely has Spider-Man locked up. Somebody who does Fox? Is that who has the Fantastic Four?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Did Sony? I'm gonna look it up quick. Did
Yeah.
Sony buy Fox?
Yeah. So not Sony. Disney bought Fox.
Disney bought Fox, so
Yeah.
they got the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer
And the X-Men.
and X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But in the comics, are X-Men and like the Avengers? Do they cross paths ever?
Hmm.
Okay, so that could happen.
Yeah.
Dude, that opens up a world of possibilities.
That's what I think they're banking on more. Is like, oh, we got the X-Men now, and they're a hot property.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. That's cool, but still, Spider-Man is a cool character.
Yeah.
Um, who's your vote go out for? Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire or whoever? What's his name?
Tobey Maguire,
Not Tobey. Is it
Tom
it's,
Holland, and
what's that?
Andrew Garfield.
What's the actor's name? Is it Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
That did Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, so him, Tom Holland, or the other dude?
Tom Holland was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays a kid.
Yeah. So
So does the other one. But I don't know. Do you even have is like the Sony Spider-Mans? Do those even like hold a place? Like you know what I mean to you? Like you've seen them?
yeah.
Do they add up? Do they? You know what I mean?
Well, I saw like the Tobey Maguire. I saw the first one and the second one, and then everybody just said, "Don't waste your time with the third one."
I don't. I saw them myself as well, and I don't know. It just technology. Yes, technology has advanced from then. What early 2000s,
Mhm.
late 90s into early 2000s till now, and I mean the first Iron Man was what 2008.
Mm-hmm. Around there.
Obviously, technology has advanced. CGI, what they can do with a camera in front of a green screen, but still though, just as far as how it was written in that and the pacing, I kind of like the newer movies better than the older one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
From a right. Yeah.
from
that.
from an artistic, from an overall, even an overall standpoint. Like I don't want to discredit Sony and the people that worked on those movies.
Mm.
They were good in their own right, but just like no comparison.
Mm.
And they got this character locked up, man. Like that's, I mean, it's kind of sad,
Yeah.
but hey, Sony, love your products. We're doing this stream with Sony cameras. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Well, I think that's why Sony feels like they can, because Universal. I think Universal owns Hulk, but they've never like ever been like, okay, yeah, whatever, you go ahead, use
Yeah,
Hulk.
they're not
Yeah.
pulling the dickhead move.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
But Sony's just a bigger corporation in its own right. You have electronics and
Right.
all that
Bigger
to
than
prop them up.
PlayStation
Yeah.
4,
Mm-hmm.
all the PlayStations,
Yep.
electronics, music.
Yep.
Dude, Sony is big in the music world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you can even still go and possibly buy a Sony cassette tape, like a blank to record on, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's an old format, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, I still see VHSs out there in
Right.
stores. Yeah, like
And
blank
a
VHS
Sony,
tapes.
a Sony branded one, maybe,
Can't remember
possibly.
what brand. I was just like,
Right,
whoa,
right,
they still have these?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not at every Walmart though.
No.
Dude, funny you bring up VHS because I'm slowly working on that project. My dad recorded a bunch
Mm.
when I was growing up of me, friends, family, whatever, and I'm doing the conversion from degrading cellulose tape to digital.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull as much info as I can.
Well, at least you're skipping the phase of like burning it onto DVDs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going straight digital.
Yeah.
Now I have the equipment, I could do the DVDs, but nope.
Well, because there were people who every every iteration of something new would like transfer everything over.
Oh, a collection? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go from beta to VHS,
Then we're gonna
VHS to
DVD to
to
Blu-ray.
picture CD,
Yeah.
picture CD to or video CD to DVD. No, I'm skipping all that. So Spider-Man in the MCU, future not certain. As for now, Sony and Disney did not come to any agreement. It's kind of like a stalemate. I guess could you call it that safely? Like they did
An
not.
impasse, yeah.
Yeah. Sony, come on, man. Look at what they did already. Did they do you wrong?
Just let them
Did you make money?
yeah, well, I get not enough, I guess,
Right.
for them, yeah.
I mean, come on, I don't think they're gonna do as good of a job.
I don't even know what reboot it for a fourth time. Like that's a meme going around on the internet right now when
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
announced. The SpongeBob and Patrick with an open coffin saying, "Uncle Ben, get in." You're doing this again,
Right.
Yep.
Right? How many Uncle Ben's gotta die?
That's what's been going around. Yeah.
How many Green Goblins or Hobgoblins?
Oh, the really good one I saw was it was like fake Twitter things, and it was Uncle Ben from Uncle Ben's Twitter, like I'm sick of being blah 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 killed off, and then it was I forget their names, but like Bruce Wayne's parents Twitter account be like, bitch please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. How many times have his parents died?
Yeah, we've watched the Waynes bite it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Let's I don't even know where the notes are for today. We've got a script, people. This is all laid out by the
By the post-it gods.
the flat earth coordinators. They're shilling. You got oh fuck, you didn't take that globe down, we're in trouble.
Oh yeah. Well,
All right, man. So you brought up something good. I heard nothing about it as usual. Like when you come with stuff, you bring
I bring something obscure.
bring dingers, man. Like,
Yeah.
what? Where does this shit happen? Well, space, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
let's
Fitting
hear
with the background.
it. Now, is this fake space or real space?
This is real space.
Okay, real space.
Yeah. No, none of it. So apparently, nothing's been proven. Nothing's concrete, but it was alleged that the first crime was committed in space.
Okay.
The first space crime.
Now, I want to challenge that, and I won't bring up what the crime was yet.
Okay.
But go ahead with the story here. What do you got?
So, Anne McClain is the astronaut,
Okay.
and she is accused of. So when I first heard about it, it was accused of hacking into her spouse's or unauthorized access to her spouse's bank account
From space.
from space.
Okay.
That is the alleged crime, and then it came out too that they're going through a divorce.
Okay. All right.
So adds another layer to like
And
okay, I can see.
this is a married couple.
Yeah.
Like girls.
Yeah, from everything it says spouse and keeps saying her and her. So
Her and her.
yeah,
Okay. Now,
I wasn't even gonna bring it up, man.
right, but if you're in space, guy, it doesn't matter, guy or girl, take that out of the equation, or whatever, however you want to identify. This ain't even in the equation right now. You're just you're in space. You're unauthorized, unlawfully, whatever, accessing a bank account. What could you be doing that the person on the ground would have to worry about.
Well,
Transferring money, maybe.
if it's a divorce, yeah,
Right.
like
Shopping, maybe
yeah.
getting okay, and I understand that in a
Well,
divorce,
in
you
a
don't.
divorce being like because you always hear about like this person, that person hiding money around to keep it from their soon to be ex.
Right. You don't want your info going out.
Yeah,
Very understandable. But like, what? You're not going to order no Amazon and get it delivered.
then that would be good. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, get on that shit. Do you know how many astronauts will want shit delivered to the space station? Come on now.
Oh no, I thought they were just ordering stuff so they have it when they get back, man.
Not even that. No, I'm talking about rocketing that shit up to the space station for them.
It's like $10,000 a pound or something.
Right? Well,
Like
it's not like they're going to be ordering any Teslas or anything.
just
I mean, maybe.
order stuff that's really light, I guess. Shipping's gonna kill you.
So that's a space crime, huh?
Yeah.
People going through a divorce, one accesses the other's bank account.
Mm-hmm.
I-
And Anne McClain is denying it, but they are looking into it. So hopefully we'll hear more as this story develops.
Denying it.
Yeah.
Now, how's the person, whoever, how do they know this came from space, obviously?
Well, because she's in like she was in space when it happened, I guess.
You know what I mean? But, like, how does she know it was her?
That too.
Or
Yeah.
who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's breaking news, man. We gotta wait
Yeah,
for it to
we'll
develop.
wait for it to develop a little bit. I want to say that the first crime that happened in space, and this wasn't even the first. Think about how much space junk we've got out there.
Space littering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And probably the biggest and most flashy example of that would be the Starman in the Tesla Roadster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just junking up space. We've junked up the planet enough. We got to start doing that.
But then again, I mean, can you be charged for littering in space? Is that, do they have a, what is that? What is it? Like a statute or something that, you know what I mean?
I don't know, because like space is supposed to be like common heritage.
Right,
So
right,
I don't know the exact laws involving space littering.
Yeah. A lot of junk up there, though, man. I mean, if you look at the movie Gravity, which I don't know how real that was, but some people, I mean, people looked at it and said they tried to keep it pretty true to
I don't know. Neil
reality.
deGrasse Tyson picked it apart, kind of.
Yeah, he did, but they did do a fairly good job on some of it. Like, you weren't
good
hearing the
chunk.
explosions.
Yeah. Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of stuff because you wouldn't hear it. With no atmosphere to
Yeah.
let sound travel, you're not going to. I don't know though about like all the junk, like whenever stuff did get damaged, and then it would. You know what I mean?
Yeah, worried about like a cascade effect up
Like
there.
it coming around
Yeah.
and hitting you again and again
Yeah.
as you orbit.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of nutty that happening. I don't know though. Like some of that stuff's gonna come in and burn up, and some would have to get ejected outward, right?
Some could stay in orbit though.
You think?
All depends.
Didn't and call me mistaken on this. What? Okay.
Oh.
I had a whole screen just disappear over here. Call me mistaken on this, but I think didn't one of the lunar modules that they tried to crash on the moon hit it and glanced off, and it's kind of being pulled by the Earth's gravity. I don't know if that's fact or not, but I think there's one of them they were looking for a while. They couldn't find the crash site, but there's something following the Earth, and it might be it. I'm not sure. I think I read that.
Never heard that one.
It's not factual. I'm not taking time to look it up. If anybody wants to know about it, look up lunar module crash sites, and I think you'll get onto that story there. Crimes in space. And is that really where it's going to start? I mean,
I was hoping the first one would be a little bit cooler than
a
that.
little cooler.
Yeah.
Like somebody gets stabbed.
Not
Disagreement on the ISS.
like
Somebody doesn't ask to borrow a camera and use it for their own filming and photography needs. Like
no, I'm talking like a Diamond Heist cool or something like that.
Like,
Yeah, like Ocean's 11 cool. Like,
that would be pretty cool,
Right?
man. Robbing a space casino. Sign us up. We're your guys. We're already thinking in advance.
Yeah.
No, don't involve me. I want to stay here on the ground till it's out of beta. Space crimes. What about war in space? you think that's ever going to be a thing
Um,
as far as like our race is concerned?
it's possible.
So like war crimes, hate crimes
Yeah.
in space.
So far, we've done a pretty decent job though of like keeping things civil in space, though.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what all they do out there. I don't go out there.
Yeah.
Never been invited. But yeah, space is actually more civil than the world. I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
Peaceful. I don't know, sir. I just hope if we get out there, like as a race, like what's a better way to say it? As a race, as a people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as a world, if we get out there, I hope we don't repeat the same bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like start bordering stuff up and making lines, imaginary lines that mean nothing.
Yeah. Well, the thing about space though is, if you're talking about like mining asteroids or something, like
Right.
there's a lot of them, so
Well, yeah,
there's
that
more than enough to go around.
in thinking about space, you know the scale of it is huge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I've known that for a while. No, no. Granted, depending who you believe, and I fall on a different side of the line than some people on that, and I actually believe what shit I can test and verify and prove for myself versus some crazy crackpot theory, conspiracy theory online, whatever. Anyhow, it is pretty damn big, but with a program that I got recently, and that they give away a version for free, they do ask you to donate if you can. It's like a space engine. It's not Stellarium. That's the one where you're on the ground and you can track eclipses and stars and see what stars should be in the sky on dates in the past, dates in the future, where stuff's going to be. This is actually a space engine where you can go out, fly through the solar system, go to different galaxies. Now, when you're at another galaxy, I don't think you can go in and explore
No, because
the stars in that galaxy.
we don't
'Cause
have that much
we don't have
information.
it mapped, but there's a lot of it mapped. Like as far as the known bubble of the
Yeah,
universe.
you should. Yeah, instead of jumping to Andromeda, you should like jump to like the nearest star. Because I wonder how like, cause that would be interesting to see how.
Centauri A, B,
I think
Proxima,
Proximus, because
Proxima
there's
Centauri.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, that would have been cool. I know on that program I've went to the Sombrero Galaxy, Andromeda, and I went to one of the two of the closest stars.
Mm-hmm.
It really threw me for a loop because I was trying to set up a video in that program to record like a background for today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, these planets, something is not right about these orbits. And they just had me in some other solar system,
Mm-hmm.
like around some other star. And this star was massive compared to the sun, like huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like counting, and I'm like, there's not nine. There's like, there was some weird number, like 6 or 7. I'm like, well, what? So I typed in "go to," and it was so far off from where our
Yeah.
sun was, and I'm like, all right, right planetary system now, right solar system. I'm like, I'll try it now that I know where I'm at. But yeah, dude, just exploring an app showed like how big it was,
Mm-hmm.
and you can adjust your speed in it. Like if you want to be traveling kilometers per second, like how many kilometers per second, and then it goes to AU, like astronomical units, and then it goes. I don't know what order they're in, but there's like CAU, and then you can start getting up into light years, hundreds of light years, thousands, millions of light years per second. Yeah, even at the millions of light years per second, you can rip around in space in that program at least.
Mm-hmm.
Fake, I don't know, but it's pretty damn big out there.
Yeah.
The scale of massive sun, like when I say no, it's big. I've seen other people. We brought him up. The gentleman that did the distance to the nearest star with relative size, like objects scaled down. Like we scaled down our sun to that star, and drove it pretty far.
Yeah.
But this made it so much bigger.
Yeah. Like
You know?
some the size of like a ball that you can hold in your hand, and
Well,
then to get to the next star, you got to drive
No, he
hours.
didn't even do that. He did like
Like a
cell,
marble.
like a celery seed, and like some other like a. It was like maybe like a celery seed, which is tiny. I think he did for either the Earth or the Moon, and then he had something else that was like the nearest star, and it was just another tiny seed, and he was like leaving the state.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, when you start doing shit to scale, it gets crazy. That's the same scale was the same problem I was having trying to do a decent background.
Mm.
Because when you get pulled out far enough that you can see the star and like whatever the first 4 or 5 planets orbiting, those planets ain't shit.
They're tiny, yeah, just little
Tiny,
dots.
man. Yeah. So unless you got them ripping like years, you know what I mean? Years are passing pretty damn quick.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, they barely move. I don't know. I'm gonna experiment with it, check it out, and see what we can come up with it. Dumb fuckery on the internet, man. Let's just say it lightly.
Yeah. So this is yours. What dumb fucker you got?
Well, I've seen other people talk about this, and have you ever seen people get mad like when they're trying to catch an elevator and they don't get it and they're like pissed?
Yeah.
There was one such incident, and the dude fell. He fell 19 feet. I think he did die, but he was a guy on a scooter trying to catch an elevator, and a lady walked in and hit the button, and the door started closing, and this dude just like she's already starting to go down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the elevator already left, and this dude comes flying in a mobility scooter and slams the elevator doors.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Right, he slams the doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Upon impact, the doors fly inward and kind of like they're jostled out of place, and you can tell.
Yeah. He just kept trying to brute force it, and then on like the third,
No, it was the second.
it was
I
the
think.
second
Maybe,
time.
maybe third. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he backs up, guns it in the scooter into the doors again.
What? Not realizing that the elevator's not there anymore.
Well, you could see through. You could see the elevator going down.
Okay. So
But he was just like mad, like I proving a pointer, like I'm gonna get these. I don't know, but he went
something
right,
just snapped. Yeah.
right through the doors, dude. Right through,
Yeah.
over in his scooter
And
and,
then-
everything. It
and
just
then
looked
down.
horrible.
Yeah.
He fell like 19 feet and
Yeah.
died. Amazing.
Dude, just take a breath and catch the fucking next one, man. Like,
Yeah, like the world's not gonna end, but with what you tried to do, your world ended.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Another one, and that's the other thing, because this scooter thing, you see some dumb shit happen, and the dumb shit that happens are people that don't even need to be in them.
mm,
They're just being lazy,
yeah.
lazy assholes. One lady, another one that I saw, she's just humming along this scooter. Automatic doors start opening, like automatic glass doors start opening, not open far enough. She couldn't figure out how to stop it. Right through the edge of one of them.
You think you'd want to take that thing out in the parking lot with some cones and practice a little bit,
Right,
you know, like
well,
know your machine,
Some
man.
people just don't
Yeah.
want to walk, man. And I say, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like if I were to buy like a motorcycle or something, never having ridden one, I would practice in a parking
Right.
lot and learn the machine.
oh yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, even something as simple as a hoverboard.
Yeah.
And they're not even hoverboards, like a motorized
Yeah,
whatever.
the 2-wheel things they call hoverboards.
One
yeah.
wheel, 2 wheel,
Yeah.
the motorized or the battery powered inline skates that they
Yeah.
have, or they have skates. They're like kind of like it's kind of like 2 little 1 wheels for each foot. Those are pretty wild looking. I haven't amused, not amused. Yeah, before you're gonna do something that could potentially injure you real bad or kill you,
Mhm.
learn a little bit about it. Even if you want to be lazy and
Yeah.
not walk. Do you know what I mean? Like learn how it works. Goes through the door, glass everywhere, tires are kind of spinning. She's trying to get it stopped, hops off, the
Into the
throttle's,
Ooh.
throttle's still on, and
That-
it's still trying to go. And eventually she does get it to stop, gets back on, and just takes off again with it.
Oh, just like leaves the scene.
Just dips out, leaves the broken glass door there. Yeah, like what? What are you doing? You know what I mean? There was even a lady. There was a lady, and a lot of people said she was crazy. Okay, crazy, or so some people like don't feel bad for her. She's a crazy lady. Maybe she was crazy. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know. But she at least figured out how to make a YouTube channel.
Oh, what's her name?
Mobility Mary.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit. Yeah.
Right. And just, I mean, crazy shit. Like some stuff, you know, the scooters, those e-scooters people would have, and like you could rent it, and it's a motorized scooter.
Yeah.
You ride it around,
I
like
think-
not like a mobility scooter, but like a
Yeah.
battery up, you know.
It's like a battery operated razor scooter,
Yeah,
kind
the
of, but
Tesla
scaled up.
Tesla
Yeah.
version of the scooter.
Yeah, there's
you
one.
know.
what is it, like Bird, I think is one.
Lime or
Yeah, but like
something. Yeah.
because there's an Instagram, it's called Bird Graveyard, where people just like find those and like throw them off bridges and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
But literally, when you're done with it, you can just park it, and
yeah,
then when the next person wants to rent it, they go up and get it, and boom, and go wherever it is.
yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty cool system. I haven't seen it around here yet.
From what I gather, though, people get pissed because like people are just like leaving them wherever, like not in consideration of stuff around, and that's
Right.
what causes people to like screw these scooters. Huck it off
Yeah,
a
and that's
bridge.
what this lady was in her mobility scooter going along. Here's another one, making a big deal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them she had a point, but quite a few of them, it was parked on the side of the sidewalk. It wasn't out in the middle.
I've seen a little bit of
It's
mobility,
like
Mary.
it's
And
like you could have went around that without going off the sidewalk
Yeah.
and through a dangerous intersection. You could have stayed on the sidewalk, but you didn't.
yeah, so that's a mixed bag with her because sometimes it is legitimately like someone else's fault, but sometimes she's in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
It and she would be in the wrong as such as we usually don't name drop. But with dumb fuckery, I usually don't have a problem.
Mm.
About in the same amount of wrong as like Nathan Thompson, flat earther.
Oh,
He runs a
yeah.
flat Earth Facebook group. He likes to. He went viral for confronting like a NASA employee at Starbucks, like shoving a camera in his face, asking him questions, calling him a liar, a thief, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did this recently again with another guy, and the guy I think threatened to punch him,
Hmm.
didn't end up doing it, but this guy was trying to walk away, and it just shows this flat Earth believer or whatever.
Buzz Aldrin will punch you.
Oh yeah, go fuck with Buzz.
Yeah.
But this dude was stuffing a camera in this guy's face, following him around. This shopper at a grocery store at Walmart, I think, is trying to put his cart away. Okay, and dude's like standing in his way,
Mm.
and it's like, and the guy with the camera the flat earther standing in the way is like, oh, look at this guy bullying me, and he's like, you know what I mean? And the guy's like, look, I just don't want to be recorded, and he's shouting at him, following him, like stalking him basically.
Yeah, basically, because he's already stated like, I don't want to talk to you. Leave
Right.
me alone.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, it's a free country. I can talk to who I want." Yeah, but there's a point.
There's a point where it does become harassment.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was clearly harassment
Yeah.
in this case. Like
Mhm.
you're clearly harassing somebody. It's like, dude, I wish he was in this neighborhood. Like, come try it with me. Before you even get record on, your camera's getting smashed. You're gonna be eating your phone.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You better hope your record finger's quicker than my trigger
My,
finger.
you slap.
Fuck your camera. But anyhow, yeah, no. Wrong in much the same way as, yeah, there's a point where if you want to get a camera out and film and ask somebody some questions, okay. But if they don't want to be filmed or you're like stalking them and recording, what gets me is you're so stupid, some of these people, that they're recording themselves committing a crime without even really knowing it. Do you know what I mean? Because say the police were called and his complaint on the matter was, oh, this guy threatened to punch me.
Mhm.
Okay, well, obviously he wasn't going to. One, he's been trying to get away. You've been following him, been berating him, yelling. You're on Walmart's property, who they will kick you out now for filming in the store.
Oh yeah.
And believe it or not, their parking lot's still their property, whether it's public or not.
Oh yeah. No, they still
It's
own
still
them.
their
Yeah.
property. They own it, and if they don't want you filming there, you're not going to film there.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to be in the right or wrong here in that situation? Obviously, idiot flat earther. Yeah, so don't follow his shit. But anyways, yeah, she was wrong in circumstances like that with the scooter thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one I saw where like she was just going along and like a car like was she was going in front of like a drive-through or something, and a car didn't see her and like
Right.
yeah, so that was like you got to yield to pedestrians there, but
Well, and another instance of hers is there was a car stopped, waiting to turn. Okay, waiting to turn like at a little off ramp type thing. It was like a double lane off ramp, where the right lane would be turning, the next lane over would be straight or left turn. One car was stopped because she was going out, but she was going out when they had a green light, and she went out past that first car that was letting her go, and another car was like to a stop and almost hit her. And it's like, you were going when it was a green light.
yeah, like
What
I
are
think
you doing?
in PA you're supposed to like if it's a crosswalk where there are no like pedestrian control signs,
Right,
you got to
right.
you're supposed to yield to a pedestrian then. But if there's traffic control signs, like, no, you have the don't walk. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't go. When it says don't walk, don't go. It's
No.
not safe. And some of them, do you ever notice how some of them seem backwards? Like when they want you to walk, it seems like you're under attack from vehicles that are trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they're supposed to be set up,
Yeah, I've run into that. Yeah.
but it seems like they have you crossing moving traffic. When it wants you to cross, you're crossing moving traffic.
So the way where I've seen it happen the most is you're at an intersection and you're at a red light,
Right.
and then off to your left, like say there's a crosswalk, and you get the green, so like the people beside you get to cross at that left. But then there's a car turning left. That's where it happens a lot. Like, yeah, they're supposed to walk and someone's trying to get through them because
Right.
they have the green and you have the walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Usually with turning cars, yeah. When cars are turning is when the issue is.
Yep. Yeah, it's usually you're fighting turning cars. Not fighting cars that are going straight. It's people making turns. I don't know. Is there? Do you really have all traffic stopped and give a quick walk across cycle? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's kind of I think you're making the best out of the situation there with that though. What else can really be done?
Do better, PennDOT.
Build bridges over every
PennDOT,
intersection.
other motor vehicle authorities. Yeah, make walkways over every intersection.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a who knows how many dollar project, but
That's a lot of walkways.
I believe in them. They'll have something to work on instead of leaning on shovels and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to criticize, but I have seen a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of work being done.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of both happen in the same work site.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but hey, that's what you get paid for.
Hmm?
Some days you're leaning, some days you're working.
Yeah.
Other dumb fuckery on the internet. Can you think of any?
Not on the internet, but talking about pedestrians and stuff because I like it's the delivery driver podcast now. So
We should do one. We should do a separate show. Like not a live stream, maybe just an audio show.
yeah.
Or maybe only a live stream and no audio show.
You got to let me bank up some more stories though.
All right.
Because well, yeah, I'll just give you the gem of last night was drunk college kids is where I deliver.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
got to be fun, man. I deal with drunk patrons on multiple jobs that I've had.
Yeah, but
I've
I
dealt
literally have mobs of them.
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
walking around.
with. That's fun. That
And,
sounds fun, man.
Yeah, they'll just be like, like they'll cross just wherever the fuck they feel like it. Like,
Anywhere.
anywhere,
Not a crosswalk,
anytime. Yeah,
middle of the street.
yeah, and that's what happened last night. Like
Yeah,
I was coming and like a few of them like ran, like jogged, and I was a bit away. But then yeah, just as soon as I get close to him, like one guy in the group just fucking boom boom strolls out. And he's like, he looks at me and goes, "Hit me, pussy," and I'm like, I don't want a manslaughter charge. That ain't
Yeah,
fucking
right.
worth it. I mean, technically though, I don't have to yield to you because you're crossing in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
yeah, but when it is PA law though to yield to pedestrians.
Yeah.
But
In crosswalks,
right.
not in
That's
the
why
middle
the
of
signs are all
yeah.
at
why.
crosswalks that say that.
Yeah.
Yield to pedestrians.
Well, it actually says at crosswalks or at intersections. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but middle of the road, no, man. Like
I do have one other final story, little nugget of I guess fact, nugget of truth out there. Our favorite people. I'm gonna say can I say our favorite people or not so favorite people? How do you say that?
flat earthers again.
No, man,
Oh,
not
okay.
that shit. The story. All this shit refreshes so often that it's impossible to keep up with. But I will look for it. It was a very clear-cut story that I'm looking for. They want me to tap down mute over here, Tim.
Tapped on mute. What?
My phone. I don't want to unmute it. It's muted for a specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, the way I understand it, Facebook gave its users a reason to leave, and I don't remember what that was, but it was along the same lines as Apple giving their users a reason to jump ship.
Okay.
And that is they're letting people jump in and listen to certain Siri recordings, like recordings that Siri's been making possibly.
Who are they letting?
Well, if I can find it.
Because I mean, Apple has like been traditionally like we won't even let the cops like listen
Right,
without
but
like a warrant and
it's
stuff.
somebody on their team. We'll look it up.
Uh,
Apple. All right, dead air over. Let's see if this even comes up. Apple just gave 1.4 billion iPad iPhone users a reason to leave. Earlier this month, Facebook gave its 1.3 billion users the perfect reason to delete their accounts. Now, Apple appears has done the same for its 1.4 billion iPhone and iPad users worldwide. The Guardian, an entity out there, company reporting, whatever, anyhow, revealed that Apple was employing contractors to listen to and grade Siri recordings, and they regularly heard confidential information. So, hiring people to listen to and grade Siri recordings.
what are they grading them for? Like, what did they do?
Uh,
Like, what was the purpose behind them listening?
that's what we're gonna get to. Give me a second here. They heard confidential stuff, including medical information, drug deals, couples of recordings doing their deal. Contractors in Cork, which is in Ireland, were expected to each listen to more than 1,000 recordings from Siri every shift before Apple suspended the practice last month. So what were they listening for? Okay, Globe Tech were let go following Guardian's report, which puts that 1,000 recordings per shift into context. So Apple nor Globe Tech, neither of them have commented on numbers. Mostly it was users with Canada, Australian, or UK accents, so no US. But still,
Are they trying to maybe just like, well, no, I don't know, man. Maybe they were trying to like make Siri better for people with accents. I don't know.
they were required to transcribe and grade the records
Okay,
to see how Siri was triggered and whether the query was dealt with successfully.
okay, so they were just testing it.
Right,
Yeah,
but they were getting into some confidential shit.
yeah,
Like for a company like you said that's always been about privacy.
yeah. You figure they would be like making people who worked for that, like the subcontractor, like sign NDAs and stuff. Like,
Uh, Apple's not alone. Amazon, Google, the aforementioned Facebook, they've all come clean about similar practices.
yeah,
So it's not just like it's Apple,
no,
our favorite person, our favorite business out there.
mm,
Apple's getting a little rotten. Finally, finally.
yeah,
I believe in you, Apple.
yeah. But like you were saying, this doesn't sound like an Apple centric problem.
No. I mean, Google keeps notes on its users. Like anything there's a website. Anything you've ever Googled is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can go and access it if they know, I think, your name or your email.
Mm,
And a lot of people use their names for their email.
mm.
So yeah, and
Whew.
there's other stuff. There's recordings. A lot of the services like that were not an opt-in service. It was more of an opt-out, but you weren't told you had to opt out.
Mm.
That's what's bad about it. It's not like you're asked like, "Hey," and I mean it kind of is there in the terms, but you got to get to the fine print.
Nobody ever reads this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody ever reads that shit, so it's all our fault. We're all a bunch of dumb
I
monkeys.
think occasionally I've read like the bold words at the like
I
each
never
section.
read any of that
Yeah,
shit. Are you kidding me? Not worth my time.
yeah.
What incentive do I have? Who's gonna pay me to read it? Exactly.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. Kind of, they're not alone in the practice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, if they went out and acquired confidential information, that would be even bigger shame on them. But why would they? You know what I mean? Need to? Why would they have to? If that's what they were really doing, it's not really innocent, but you're not really guilty.
It's a
You know what I
weird
mean?
gray. Yeah.
It seems more like research into trying to get Siri to work better.
Mm-hmm.
But there's better ways to do that than listen to recordings
Mm.
that Siri's making. Do you know what I mean? It's called you hire people. You hire independent people to sit and test Siri. Like they know that's what they're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
You don't grab recordings from unknowing customers, unknowing users, to see why it was triggered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you do the research the right way, not the illegitimate way, in my opinion. But whatever. Apple does not have a history of making the best choices with the stuff that they do. So I don't expect anything. That's nothing new.
Mm.
But as I've stated, it's nothing new with a lot of companies. So I don't know, man. The battery thing's a real shame though, because and I said about this, but they're encouraging people to start doing stuff that they weren't previously doing that is going to be dangerous.
Mm.
With, you know what I mean? Trying to make mock-up batteries with the real circuit from the actual battery that failed, and they could be adding that good circuitry to a bad battery, and who knows how many other things. Another thing, the one statement I think that Apple has made about it, saying that the first party, like their batteries in this, are unsafe, but they didn't say anything about third party batteries in that, and it's like, oh, which is very, very misleading, because the way the article, and I don't know what I don't have citations for half my stuff ever, but the way the article was is they were talking about their products, their batteries, and saying how yes they're very unsafe, going on about lithium ion batteries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads one to believe that, oh, well, if that's unsafe, I'll just go buy a cheap battery. And that's where you can run into a lot of problems
I
with the
get what.
cheap batteries.
Yeah.
And they didn't have nothing saying about how bad they could actually be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. You're holding it wrong. You hold the phone like this, all the shit through the years. Just, there's a better way to do things, in my opinion.
Mm.
But then again, what does little old me know? I'm just in, Central PA. I don't have a multi-billion-dollar company.
Mm.
Anyhow, man, advice for the week.
What? Just give. What you want me to just give advice for the week?
Yeah, man, advice for the week.
Um. Damn.
Matthew Perry, don't get caught committing hate crimes in space.
Yeah.
It won't be good for you. You don't want to be one of the first few.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be the first, but you don't want to be the first few to go down. We don't condone you or anybody else commit a crime in space.
No.
Safe to say that. And then again, you know what? If you're a fake space flat Earth believer, space ain't real, so it's not an issue. Do all the crimes you want in space, right?
Yep.
Not a real thing. Are we out?
Yeah, I think we're out.
All right.
It's about that time.
Henry, send it. Send it.